Hey, folks, this is Kellen Riley here, and I've managed to score a copy of the original Conker's CD, and I've patched the game to 1.0e and also installed user patch, so that's an exciting development for me because I was playing on a torrented, let's see, what's happened to the music here? I don't think we get the music files, you know. That's one of the things I probably should have ripped off the CD were the music files. And so we're going to play Age of Empires without any music today. It's sort of ominous, right? You hear the whooshing wind on the frozen plains. But anyways, I'm in a bit of a strange state mentally as usual. And hopefully we can grab a win. I've created this AI to play for me. It's called Boomer. And what it does is it tries to get to the Castle Age and put up some more town centers. And we're going to have to watch this boar lure, because look at this. Look what's going on here. Villager pops out, shoots a boar, pops back in, shoots a boar, pops back out, shoots a boar. This is some pretty funny shit, Chang. Who is Chang? Chang is a guy in my head. Yeah, as far as the mental state goes, right now I have many competing voices in my head. Oh. Well, she died. Yes, I have, as I was saying, I have many competing voices in my head right now, and when the conflict is just too much, it's best for me to sit down with a grounding cup of coffee and take a sip. I've started to reuse the espresso grounds. That's the, you know, that's the, whatchamacallit. That's the MacGyver in me, right? Little known fact, I didn't know that MacGyver was a TV show until probably my mid-20s. And I hear all these references, you know, as I'm growing up as a mid-90s child, I'm hearing all these references to MacGyver, and people making these references to MacGyver, and I'm like, what the hell is this MacGyver thing? And then, you know, later in life, we go down the rabbit hole of satellite TV or cable TV, you know, the TV with the commercials. And I started watching MacGyver, the show. And I remember there was one episode where he was, like, detained, but he figured out how to, like, build a flying machine, and he, like, flew off a cliff and into the sunset at the end of the episode. It was pretty crazy. But, what am I doing? I am watching my AI Boomer try to boom. That's what I'm doing. You gotta love the old sound effects when the villager gets produced, like... Such an amazing game, Age of Empires 2. So there's plenty of deer on this map. This is a random land map. I'm not sure what it is. It may be frozen coastal, because there's different types of coastal. Oh, look at that lumber camp placement. Dudes, look at that. It means that this guy's going to chop wood, and the nearest drop site is actually this town center, not this lumber camp. And, you know, if I fight for control with the AI when it comes to the economy stuff, the AI is going to win. Oh, okay, so it did send a villager around to start chopping on this side of the tree line. That's good, right? This commentary is quite dweebish so far. Like, I feel like a dweeb. I feel like a dweeb who's sitting at a computer and rambling, talking nonsense. And that's just who I am today, so, diagnose that one, psychiatrists. But anyways, we're gonna hope that, as the game goes on, I start making more sense, but this is a, expectation that I've created. And you know what happens when expectations aren't met? People get disappointed, they get angry, they get sad. But that's okay, right? It's okay for other people to have their internal states. And I've got my own internal state. And I'm pretty much insulated from expectations because, well, I don't really define many expectations of myself. I guess one expectation I have of myself is if I'm ever angry or sad or nervous, to just always be kind to the people around me, no matter how I'm feeling internally, right? So that there's a few expectations that I do have of myself, but they're not many, and it's more like the big stuff, you know. Be kind, the golden rule. This is quite funny. We'll see if these villagers help on the boar stuff. Nope, they don't care. They're just they delivered their meat and now they're walking out into the frozen wasteland to gather more meat. I suppose during the winter you want to fatten up, right? You don't know. Well, this is Age of Empires 2, right? So farming during the winter time, that's totally permissible. It doesn't make any logical sense, but here it is, folks. A couple nice gardens filled with veggies in the middle of a frozen winter. Yep, and the Vil died. King Walia is the Goths. That's my opponent. It's just the standard opponent, so I'm not too worried about what happens this match. It's like, oh man, this is so unoptimal. This is suboptimal, for sure. And the AI boomer is suboptimal because I'm suboptimal, right? I'm a suboptimal programmer. Remember I watched this video by Primogen. He's a pretty funny dude. He does like tech YouTuber stuff, right? And he had this video that was titled something like, we should stop celebrating bad programmers or something. And at the beginning of the video, he's like, I feel like I'm being targeted just a little bit. Look at this incompetence. Oh man, that was a pretty competent arrow shot though. That last arrow that killed this boar, that was right on target. So we're doing some things well, and mostly doing everything poorly. What can I commentate on here? It's like a sheep, you know? It's walking. Look at the little footprints. Look at that little detail. And that reminds me, I wonder if anybody has used, like, footprints to identify that the enemy has been in their territory. Like, the footprints don't last that long, right? They sort of disappear. But I wonder if there's, like, a match in Pro Age of Empires where a player saw tracks and was like, oh, I know the enemy has scouted me, without actually even seeing the unit that was scouting. Like, here's a little path right in the snow. It's like if you came across this, you would know, like, villagers walked this path, right?
Ready, Cretan?
That's going way too deep into the details, though. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little flush right now. My symptoms, you know, when I get into these mania episodes, the symptoms could be anything, right? I could be feeling flush, hot. I could be sweating, I could be shaking, I could be overly nervous, I could be overthinking everything. Those are the symptoms of my mania. And I've experienced some mania over the past couple days. I have continued to take my medication. It's taken me 3 or 4 years to realize that taking your medication consistently is a good idea. And, I'm just gonna say fuck it and go grab, I'm gonna roll my own cigarette. Yes. This man is totally addicted to tobacco. So I'm gonna go roll my own cigarette while this plays. We'll come back and we'll see if we can do anything to help the AI. I think it does get to Castle Age eventually. It doesn't have enough gold right now, but I think it did put up, doesn't have enough wood either to put up a blacksmith, but I think eventually it'll put up a blacksmith. Here comes a mining camp. Cool, cool, cool. Anyways, I said I would roll up a smoke, so I will. I'll be back. Okay, folks. There's a wise Canadian out there. Okay, I'm back. I'm back, alright. There's a wise Canadian guy out there. His name is Greg Ovens. He does, what would you call it? Bushcraft. And he always says, carry a lighter. Well, if you're a smoker... If you're a smoker like I am, you always have a lighter, right? Whether or not it has fluid, that's another thing entirely. I do have a Zippo that I maintain, however, I find that I fill it with lighter fluid, and the lighter fluid evaporates, and I don't get a flame, so I stick to the Bics for the most part. So that's a little habit that I indulge in when I'm anxious. Right now, it's hard for me to sit still. I'm sort of wiggling around in my chair. But if I look at this economy the way it's set up, man, lots of food. Got enough gold to go to the Castle Age. Did get a blacksmith up. I think the next thing is a market. Where's this guy going? He's going to construct the market. That's pretty cool, right? So my expectations for this video was I would talk about, you know, things that make sense that are related to Age of Empires 2. You know, maybe talk about some scripting stuff. But I'm not really interested in that. I'm just a guy at a computer desk watching an AI play a game and chain smoking in the process of that. Little background on me, I used to work as a real-life software developer for a large company. And the first few years of that were awesome because it opened up a lot of opportunities for me, and I went down a lot of different routes, and you know, they encourage the growth mindset at said large company. But then it's like I hit a wall, and I got so overwhelmed with all the responsibilities, I just quit. I couldn't handle it, right? There was psychosis in there as well. Yeah, I remember spamming a chat channel in Slack with all my insane ramblings, and it's like the people had to shut down the Slack server and move to a new server because I was typing in things so furiously. And this is the reality of working with me. I don't always gel with others. Sometimes it goes amazing, but it has to be like the right type of personality, right? And I'm much more measured through text than I am in real life. Like in real life, I'm sort of a boisterous character at times. Maybe that's multiple personality disorder, like who the frick knows, right? Talk to a different person and they have a different diagnosis. I've probably received over 5 or 6 different diagnoses during my life. You know, schizophrenia, schizoaffective, bipolar type 1 and 2, multiple personalities, da-da-da-da-da. We can go on all day about this. Anyways, we're going to the Castle Age. And I see an opportunity to build a barracks.
Bulden.
Really looking forward to the next cigarette, but I should be enjoying my current cigarette. That's a little strange, right? Looking forward into the future, hanging on to the future. Maybe some wise, like, medical people can, like, study this video and maybe get something out of it, right?
Yay?
I doubt it. It's just
ready.
Total insanity. Alright, we're gonna build a couple stables. And you know what's coming, right? What comes out of stables? Well, Scout Cavalry. But there's that other unit that's super powerful. And you know what? Boomer has set me up for this, right? We've got a good bank of food. We've got a good bank of gold. A few knights are in order. What's the hotkey? N. Looks like, what the hell? Oh. Okay. Oh, I forgot. I told the AI to train knights for me, so that's probably why this isn't working. Let's see, 1, 2, 3 stables producing knights at the same time? That's just craziness, right? With 3 knights, the damage you can do is massive. There's really not a good counter to knights in the Castle Age except for mass spearmen. And massing up spearmen requires some forethought, which the standard AI doesn't really have. So let's send these knights over, right? Control 1. Look at the damage. It's just crazy. Oh man. There's a wolf in. Let's see if we can find, oh, let's go over here. That looks more promising. There might be some squishy targets this way. Let's see, a barracks is up. We'll take down the barracks. And we'll gather our knights again. I think the attack now command comes when we have 15 knights or more. So we'll see if the AI grabs control and retargets these knights to a different target. Yep, the smoking habit is real. There's smoke flaming from my nostrils. Looks pretty cool in real life, you know. But, cancer, you know, that's not very cool. It's probably in my future, and I sort of accepted that. I've tried to quit smoking, oh, I don't know, 20 times or more in the past. It's just very difficult because right now I'm at home. I have my rolling machine set up, right? I've got my bag of tobacco, my filter tubes. I can roll up one whenever I'd like to. So... let's take these nights. That was fun. We burnt down a lumber camp. Let's burn down the mining camp. Look at that little micro move I made there. Isn't it wonderful? Sometimes I get into this state where I think I'm like Jesus Christ or something. Fortunately, I'm not in that state right now. Because Jesus is, he's a little cocky, you know, he's the Son of God, so he tends to forget that he's merely human and thinks he's the Son of God. And if you're the Son of God, you know, I mean, what can go wrong, right? Well, apparently a lot, according to the Bible. The bloodshed of the Bible is real. And Jesus, even though he was the Son of God, he definitely had a tough time, a rough time of it, near the end. So there's a lesson there for you folks. And just to be clear, when I'm in my normal state of mind, when I'm like sober, I am a straight up atheist. Right? I don't believe in any of this God stuff. Let's see here. Might as well take out this mill, why not? So this is what I do all day, you know. This is my life. I pick on the standard AI. I develop my own little AIs that have some success sometimes and don't have success other times. I think the attack now command was just now sent, which is why these knights are moving over here. And I think we have enough knights to take down this TC. Let's, Town Center does decent damage to knights, but knights have such high hit points, and they have 2 pierce armor. And you'd think reducing the damage from arrows by 2 wouldn't really count for much, but it does, you know. Over the long run, 2 pierce armor is amazing. Come on, guys. I believe. Now, there's a certain point at which the town center gets burned down so much that the villagers evacuate, right? Don't know where these guys are going. Target that market, maybe. Look at all these idols standing around. I think the opponent has been disheartened that their plans were rudely interrupted by knights, and they're just standing around. 3 kills for me, I suppose. Let's make our turn as efficient as possible. There we go. So So this has been a very strange commentary, and I don't expect anyone to understand any of it, but it's going on the YouTubes instead. Maybe the psychiatrists can study it. But that's probably expecting a bit too much. Thank you. This has been Kellen Riley. I am gonna sign off now.